What is the story, everybody? This is Jonathan from Team ChainBlock coming at you with yet another deck profile. But as always, before we get into it, please like, comment and subscribe. Help us reach 1k subs before the end of the year. We appreciate anyone who watches and likes our content. And please check out the links where you'll find a link to Kong's cards, and you can take advantage of our discount code ChainBlock5 to save yourself 5% at checkout. There is still plenty of Rage of the Abyss there. Kong cards is on a little break at time of recording, but you know, it will be back before you know it for Bonanza and all that fun stuff. So, if it wasn't obvious enough, by what you see in front of you here today, I am profiling for you, for the first time, me personally, the ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense, Dark Magician. So, Dark Magician got some indirect support recently in Archetype, which I'm really happy to get a full hold of thanks to Kong's cards, which is the Primite cards. I really liked the name Primordial when we thought that was what the name was going to be, but it is what it is. But they synergize really well with Dark Magician, as essentially they are kind of indirect support for any deck that revolves around the normal monster. So if anyone's interested in, I'm working on a Metal Foes Primite deck. I'm working on one with Umi Control, one with Red Eyes. If anyone's interested in seeing that, just mention it in the comments below. So yeah, the Dark Magician community is one that is very passionate, we'll use the word for it. Not quite as passionate as the Fluffle community, but you know, we'll see what we have got going here, and please don't be too mean. So starting off, we are playing 3 Dark Magician. Actually kind of appropriate in this. I know like in previous decks and lists of Dark Magician of whatever they were combined with, Sinful Spoils, etc. You just played 1 Dark Magician, but in this it actually does benefit to play it, as the Primate cards do get benefits when there's a level 7 or a level 5 or higher normal monster on the field, by revealing a normal monster in your hand or by tributing some of the normal monster. So you just kind of want to get this into rotation as quick as possible. Obviously Dark Magician decks always wanted to do that, but in this it does just benefit you extra to just have it in your hand as much as possible. Next off, we are playing actually 3 Rod. So the Primate cards lock you out of special summoned monster effects if you choose to go down a certain route in your combo, but Magician's Rod is just your normal summon, and it just adds a spell or trap card from your deck that mentions Dark Magician. Also, its effect to tribute summon a spellcaster and then get back to your hand can pop up. It just lets you banish more cards when you bring back Dark Magician. Next off, for just some draw power and just consistency, obviously we're playing the 2 Illusion of Chaos. Super good card, gets you into your souls. In order to do that, we're playing the 2 Preparation of Rites, and then obviously this is in an effort to get souls. So souls has a really good, you know, link with the Primate cards, as you can send off the Lordy Lord Continue spell just to draw some cards, because once you activate it to add, it's therefore done its job and you can just recur it again. Next off, we're playing the 1 Timoeus to get into your fusion. It's a really good card. He's just a fusion card on legs. We're playing the 1 Dark Magician here just for the field spell and other stuff. We're playing the 1 Apprentice. So Apprentice is pretty good. Like it just lets you OTK easier, which this deck can tend to struggle with, as it is a bit more grindy, but it is kind of fragile. But Apprentice is a really good card. We are playing the 1 Circle, as it is quite easy to get back. Your Soul Servant can grab this from graveyard and stack it, so you know, 1 is completely fine. We're playing the 1 Magician Salvation to get you your Eternal Soul. 1 Secrets of Dark Magic. This is just a generic-ish fusion card for a monster you'll see in the extra deck, but you know, really good. Gets you into your, like, any of your Dark Magician fusions. Super cool card. We are playing, funnily enough, the 1 Dark Magic Attack. You can add this after you activate Eternal Souls. If you already have enough stuff with the Primate cards to get your Dark Magician back, it is very possible to do that. But a searchable Duster in my locals anyway is pretty good. Don't know about you. Also the discard it gets on your opponent's turn or whatever We do play Super Poly in this deck, can like be super necessary as there's no real one card combos in this even still. So like getting the extra discard for our first Super Poly can come in clutch. We are playing the 3 Soul Servant. I don't see why you wouldn't play any less. It's just an incredible card. It really does like help get your combos going. And then we're playing the 1 Eternal Soul. Again, I know Kyle said it in his Dark Magician video. Why they gave this the limitation that it blows up your whole field when it leaves, I don't know. Were Konami scared of Dark Magician? Who knows, maybe. He is the ultimate wizard, to be fair. So yeah, that is it for the Dark Magician package. Again, I know the 3 might seem weird, but it does go in tandem with the Primite cards. So, speaking of which, we will go straight into them. We are playing 3 Primite Imperial Dragon. I absolutely love these cards. I think it's like indirect support for anything that kind of features a normal monster. So what it does is during your opponent's turn, you can reveal it and then tribute summon it, and if you tribute summon a normal monster, you can then activate these effects in sequence. You negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls, and then banish all monsters your opponent controls with the same type and attribute as a normal monster in your graveyard. So again, if you have Dark Magician in your graveyard, you can banish all cards with Dark or Spellcaster. So obviously there's a lot of Darks floating around, and if you do this against a White Woods player or White Forest, whatever, that's really unfortunate for them, but great for you. So yeah, you do get to banish a lot in this deck. You get to banish off Circle, you get to banish with another Primite card, and then you get to banish with Imperial Dragon. We are playing, of course, the 3 Lordy Lord. Super good card. On activation, it does add you a Primite card. You can special summon a normal monster from your deck, but if you choose to do that, you lock yourself out of special summon monster effects for the turn. Not for the rest of the turn, important to know, for the turn. So you can't use your souls or whatever after you've already done that. It does give your normal monsters and Primite Dragon, or any Primite card, which we will hopefully get support soon, 300 attack. So this and Dark Magician and then your Dark Magician Girl equals enough damage to OTK. We are playing one of the cards, probably the main cards you'd be searching in Primite War. Primite War is a really good card. It does have a 2000 life points cost, but then you declare a normal monster name. That monster you declared cannot be destroyed by battle. Again, great for Dark Magician. If you do not control the monster, you just get to special summon it. So like you can activate Circle and Soul, and then if you've no way to get your Dark Magician into the graveyard, this gets it into rotation and you do get to banish. Also, the best thing about this card, and it's an effect that most people forget, in your opponent normal summons, you can banish this from your GY and then target one normal monster in your graveyard. And if your opponent summons a normal monster with less than that attack, so 2500, that card is banished, which is really, really funny effect, and the effect that most people tend to forget about. Next, we have another really good card. We have Primite Drill Beam. This card is incredible. So basically, you can reveal a Primite card, or if you control a normal monster, you just get to activate this, and then you can target one face-up card on the field and negate its effects. So they are both quick plays, so you can negate Drill Beam to like a spell card, a trap card, and then that's just that. And then during your main phase, if you control the Primite monster, you can just set this card from your GY, so it does recur itself. So really, really good. That's it for the Primite package. I'm hoping Konami give us more support soon, but I think it does do a lot for the deck. Just being able to get your Dark Magician in rotation with this, or getting like the extra banish, is just amazing. So we'll go into some other cards in the deck just to add a bit more bite, we'll say. So we are playing the Bestials. You do fusion with dragons in this deck, so having dragon monsters just makes sense. Magnemute can grab your Primite Dragon, Juicerum's Ascend, and then Bestial Baldrake can, like, you know, he's a tribute to banish as well. Really, really good cards. You can banish a lot in this deck, and again, it is kind of mid-range control. So that's it for the Bestials, and just some generic staples we're playing. We were playing the 3 Super Poly. Again, I didn't really want to play a lot of hand traps. Hand traps kind of seem a bit hit and miss at the moment. We at ChainBlock do kind of think we're going into a more board breaker format. There's not going to be many much armies running around that are locals, but they will be places. So this deck's kind of slow burn is more of a benefit nowadays if you're in the locals that is packed with much army players. We're playing the 1 Cowboy, of course. We're playing the 1 skill drain, as this deck does work very well under skill drain. And then we are playing the 3 infinite impermanence to round out the main deck. So that's it for the main deck. Let's go into the extra deck. First off, we have the 1 Link Spider. He is just to get rid of your normal monster, as well as Imduk. Imduk has the advantage of being a dragon also, so that's why we're not playing 2 Link Spider, because that is important for 1 fusion monster in the extra deck. His second effect can come up, very rarely though. Then we have IP into SP, and then we have Dark the Dark Charmer into Celine. Celine bringing back your Dark Tradition. Dark Magician is obviously very good. It can also get you a banish on your turn. And then we are obviously climbing into Access Code Talker. The only XYZ we're playing is Typhon. I was kind of fiddling around with some rank 7s. It didn't really seem, you don't go into your extra deck all that much, bar really your fusion monsters. Speaking of, our super potty targets are Mud Dragon, 1 Garura, and then Predaplank Dracus Stapelia. So Dracus Stapelia is in a really unique position depending on what's floating around your locals. In my locals, there's still obviously a lot of branded. Anyone who's been to Tala locals, shout out UnderWorld, knows it's just everywhere. But yeah, if your locals actually has as many players, this is just really good. I did say earlier on in the video that your Dark Magician quick play fusion spell that is easily searchable can go into a certain extra deck monster. This is that extra deck monster. It does just need to use Dark Magician, and then it just features as like a standard polymerization, and you can use it and then a monster from your hand or whatever. The card I actually, funny enough, found myself going into more. I know when the deck profile started, YuGiOh was face up, but Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, does serve a super important feature, and it's really, really easy. All he does is just protect your back row from being destroyed. But in that deck, along with the Primite cards, that's enough. So you can just sit him in front of your opponent and just go, yeah, you can't do anything. 10-point players, goodbye to your Duster, Lightning Storms, whatever. He just does enough to get you over the line sometimes. We are playing Dark Magicians. Obviously draw a card when a spell or trap card is activated, and then if it gets removed from the field, you get your Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl. And then we have YuGiOh. Any deck that can play YuGiOh is 2 thumbs up in my book. I absolutely love this card. I wish we got to use it more. I'm not going to say I wish Verte was back. I think that would be absolutely horrible realistically. But yeah, YuGiOh is a house, and he can just win games on his own still to this day. So guys, that's it. Again, please like, comment and subscribe. We do appreciate anyone who is subscribed, anyone who watches our content. So yeah, stay tuned for more. Go to use con cards. See you.